Pedestrian accidents are primarily caused by drivers failing to yield at intersections, failing to yield at crosswalks, and sometimes even running red lights. Clients tend to be very emotional after a pedestrian accident. Being hit by a car is a very major incident. The clients tend to relive the incident in their mind over and over again. Additionally, the injuries can be very severe, and they're living with these severe injuries day after day after day. Generally, a light pedestrian accident may result in somebody being knocked to the ground with maybe some fractures and some road rash. More severe pedestrian accidents, when they're hit at high speed, often result in brain damage and even death. Fault in a pedestrian accident is not always simple to determine. Drivers are required to abide by the rules of the road, and so are pedestrians. So when there is a pedestrian accident, it's important to look at all of the facts. Sometimes a pedestrian might not be in the crosswalk where he or she is supposed to be, but the driver may be distracted as well, perhaps texting or doing something they're not supposed to be. As long as the pedestrian is not more than 51% responsible for causing the accident, the pedestrian can recover damages in the state of Nevada. People injured in a pedestrian accident can recover money for their medical bills, for their pain and suffering, for any lost wages, and also court costs and fees. We have dealt with pedestrian accidents as minor as a low-speed knockdown in a parking lot, resulting in a relatively minor fracture, to a pedestrian accident on a highway dealing with death. Clients hire Precision Injury Law because they like the fact that they're dealing with me and not some faceless person in a large corporation. They like that they can get in touch with me. They like that I'm available. I'll take the time to educate them about the legal process. I'll give them the options of how we can proceed with their case, and they're happy with the results. What makes Precision Injury Law different from other firms is we are a small boutique firm, and we take the time to craft the right solution for each individual client. Client communication is key. I do my best to return phone calls and emails the very same day. As a lawyer, sometimes I'm in trial and I cannot do that, so I will return calls within 48 hours. Precision Injury Law is a small firm, and the advantage of dealing with a small firm is you know who you're dealing with. I will be handling or overseeing all of the cases, so if somebody has a question, they're not calling some random department somewhere in a large firm, they'll be speaking with me. During an initial case consultation for a pedestrian accident, we'll first take a look at what happened. We'll look at all the evidence from the scene and work out liability. After that, we'll look at your injuries, we'll look at your treatment, and we'll look at your prognosis for the future. Next, we will look at the law and discuss your options to get you the best possible result for your individual situation.